NBA Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Our game tonight featuring the Portland Trail Blazers as they go up against the Golden State Warriors here in Chase Center. Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, we'll be hearing from shortly. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Trent in at the small forward. And for Golden State, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Green, and it's Chris in at the 5. The entire offseason leading up to tonight, Steve, as a player, do you already know if your team has a chance to be special this early?
You know, Kevin, yeah, you do. And I think the teams that I've been on and teams that you see and saying we don't have a chance to win, you try to trick yourself. You're looking at management and ownership. Can we make a deal throughout this year to get us in contention? But you got to be realistic. You know the teams that you don't have a chance to win their championship.
Now here's Green from the baseline, and it's good for 2.
Love the work Steph puts into his game. Accurate from every spot on the floor.
Lillard from outside, good on the three-point shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Terry Stotts and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Up against one of the game's most distinctive players in Draymond Green. Coach said his combination of defense, passing, and motor, there may not be another like him. Kevin, Green still commands respect from opposing teams.
Thank you, David. Curry. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
That is just picture-perfect form from Stephen Curry.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Takes the 3. Kept alive. Here's Anthony. Goes up again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And it goes on Draymond Green. The Trailblazers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And the first one drops.
The Golden State Warriors, so great offensively. People forget about their defense. Their length and IQ make them tough to deal with, especially in the playoffs.
So Anthony nails both of them. In the last couple seasons, Golden State's defense in the regular season slipping off just a bit.
You know what I think what happens is with their elite offense, I think they started to rest a bit more on defense. Also, when you've been to the finals 5 straight years, some coasting can occur.
Good on the shot.
Solid use of the screen and roll from Thompson, a dangerous player who destroys opposing defenses off these sets.
Lillard scanning the floor from 11 feet away, and that one goes long.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. Can't hit that one. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Pass to Anthony. Lillard against Thompson. Lillard outside. Here's Nurkic, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Curry passes to Thompson. Now here's Green, covered by Lillard, stolen by McCollum. And that one's good. Lillard's got 5.
They're getting him shots in his spots. That's understanding your personnel.
And you talk about shot makers, C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
Now here's Anthony after the miss from Stephen Curry. Here's Thompson. Higgins outside. And there's the pass to Chris. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Curry against Lillard. Back to Curry. Lays it up off the glass. 6 points for him.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Here's Lillard. Out to Anthony. Second chance shot. And it's McCollum in the corner. Trent passes to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. Warriors with the rebound. Curry deciding where to go with it. Offline with his 3.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
Both teams will make substitutions. 20 seconds left to play in the first. Just 3 on the clock, and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Curry's got 8 points, and still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers lead by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, you know, people are going to look to you first. You know, they're going to point the finger at you first. And when things go well, they're going to give you the credit. So I think it's just a balance of those two things, you know, being willing to be that guy and being excited about it. I think you got to have fun with it.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
Yeah, I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Warriors. We've got Steph Curry, Lee out there with Looney. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Pascal in at the 4 slot.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now here's Curry, 10 points for him. That one misses.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
With some arc, and the layup by Hood. Hood's got his first basket of the night. Well, when the game is decided and the clock is running out, the winning team shouldn't try to score. But we're seeing more of that these days. not sure why. Kind of an unwritten rule. What do you think about that, Steve?
Yeah, Kevin, it used to be, and I watch a lot of these players come in. The game is decided. You know, they're up 10 or down 10, and they're still out here dunking, shooting. Back in my day, Kevin, you get that little ugly look from the team, and then the next game, you usually come up with a hard foul against you just to send a message.
The Warriors making a switch here. Good on the second free throw. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Lillard dishes to Whiteside. A putback. No good on that one. So Golden State will take it the other way. Lee outside. Bowman covered by Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wiggins, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Rodney Hood.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Warriors have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. Trailblazers leading by 3. Pass to Whiteside. Out to the wing. Here's Simons, covered by Lee. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got his first 2 points. So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a loss to the Grizzlies. Hood against Wiggins, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Rodney Hood.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First free throw is good.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And both free throws good for Wiggins. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Maintaining focus through contact. When Whiteside does that, he's unstoppable.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
And it's Simons missing.
He's got to know not to take that shot when he's so closely defended.
Pass to Wiggins. We've got 1:28 left in the first half of basketball, and he's able to get it back. Clock at 6. The tray. Lillard with the rebound. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Got that bucket in no time at all. Now it's a 7-point Trailblazer lead.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
And the Warriors with some changes. Chris, he's checked in for Kevon Looney. It's Thompson in for Andrew Wiggins. And then for the Trailblazers, Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Collins. Lisa comes in for Hood, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simmons.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
McCollum on the wing, covered by Lee. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Three-pointer. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Back to Lee. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Thompson. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Passes it to Lillard. Anthony on the wing. Ariza outside. Fires it up. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And give him credit. Ariza wasn't a shooter coming out of UCLA. He is now.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Terry Stotts. Coach, what has gone right for your team so far?
Well, we've got a lot of energy. Getting stops and getting runouts is the biggest difference.
And that gets your guards involved early in the offense. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
Great production out of Lillard tonight, but he's a top 10 scorer pretty much every year. One of the most confident players in the game.
And over to Kenny, what did you think about Golden State?
Well, the differential in rebounding was huge. And it goes back to the fundamentals, blocking out and just maintaining position. Instead, they went to the lazy man route, flying in the air, trying to steal rebounds. Well, that didn't work. No one is going to give you an easy rebound. They need to show some fight.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back, Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Trailblazers leading by 9 on the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic, and it's Trent in at the small forward. Higgins with it. Second chance effort, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the call, Portland the foul. Steve, we're seeing more and more teams turn to high motion offenses with a lot of passes, a lot of movement. What makes those systems, do you think, successful in today's game?
I think when you're in constant movement, especially with the rules where you can't grab and clutch and touch, it makes it hard for the defenders to keep guys in front of them. And it's hard to switch defensively when you have a team always in motion.
And he can't get the first one.
And he looks totally out of sorts here at the stripe. Those defenders aren't afraid at all to body him up and force him to earn his points at the line.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Lillard. Now McCollum. Lillard outside. The 3. Warriors with the rebound. Green, the pass to Curry. And it's off from three-point range. Trailblazers leading by 8. Kicks it out to McCollum. Over Green. McCollum, no good.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
Thompson against Anthony. Klay Thompson, and that's good. Thompson's got 8 points.
Klay, picture perfect from down there. All in a day's work for the former three-point contest champion.
Now here's Lillard. 14 points for him. They get it back.
Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup?
Thompson outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
Thompson has one of the sweetest strokes in the game.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. Here's Nurkic. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Curry, good.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Portland trailing here.
Well, at this point, it's undeniable that Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. You talk about guys like Ray Allen, he has passed up. That is big time.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And there are no metrics to deny. What Curry is doing is incredible.
And at this point, we take his jaw-dropping feats for granted. He passes the numbers test, and he certainly passes the eye test. Curry, the best at what he does.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Azania, he's checked in for Anthony. And Hood subbed in for Lillard. Yes, that goes in.
A rare offensive rebound for Klay Thompson, but he makes it count.
Trailblazers trail by 3. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
And it's the Warriors' ball. A nice run going 12 in a row. Curry passes to Green. Over Hazonia. And Green with the basket on the assist by Curry. Now it's a 5-point Warrior lead. McCollum deciding where to go with it. He kicks it to Nurkic. 1:57 left in the third.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Curry's shot is good.
Wow, defensively, for some reason, they've come out flat here in the second half.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And here's McCollum. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Trent. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Warriors leading by 8. From deep. Outside for Curry. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
In a funk this quarter, he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Now here's Whiteside. Covered by Chris. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. No good off the back of the rim. Golden State's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Green, the pass to Chris. Curry fires from way outside. From beyond the arc and then some. Curry's got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors. Outside Hood. And they get it. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Hood's got 5.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Chris twist, kicks to Thompson. Over Hood, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Now here's McCollum. Shoots over Curry. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from McCollum. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Well, they trailed by a bunch, but once they got going, the comeback was on. We'll return shortly. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Lee. Thompson is out there with Looney. And it's Pascal in at the 4-man position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Over Anthony. The shot, no good. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Trent. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good, Whiteside. Well, there is no doubt Hassan Whiteside still a major factor in rim protection.
I'm not sure if his block totals will get back to 4 a game, but he still gets plenty of blocks. The fear he puts in shooters, the amount of shots he changes, still make him one of the best in the business on defense.
And both free throws good from Whiteside.
Over his first 3 seasons, Whiteside was no better than a 50% foul shooter. Much better technique from the line since then.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. Thompson for the triple. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He is 7 for 9.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Thompson against Lillard. Ariza goes in. Fades away. And yes, it's good.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Warriors leading by 7. Lee outside. Thompson inside the line. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Thompson's got 5 points in the quarter.
When Thompson's in the zone, he can carry an offense. That's a luxury for this team.
Here is Whiteside. On the pass to Lillard. Here's Trent, 6 to shoot. From outside the arc. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. The Warriors making a switch here. Higgins is checked in. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Ariza with the rebound.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
The shot by Anthony, no good. Warriors leading by 9. Thompson for the triple. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Thompson's He's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Warriors. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Coaches talk about young players needing to experience the playoffs to understand that level. Smitty, why is that so hard to simulate without going through it?
Kevin, the reason why is in the playoffs, everything is taken to another level. Also, you're seeing this team night in and night out. They know your plays, you know their plays. It comes down to just execution, and you can't have careless turnovers or those brain freezes you have in the regular season.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Thank you, David. Fires the three. Another three for Golden State.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Here's Anthony. And again, it's Portland converting.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the three spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Timeout called the Warriors. Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Klay Thompson.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. On the wing, Thompson. Feeds it to Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down.
There's where Thompson's underrated vision comes into play. That's an excellent find.
Lillard against Thompson. Launches a three. And it's Lillard missing. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. This is the most they've led by 13 points.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
Cullen passes to Whiteside. Three-pointer, Lillard. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
The little things that make a difference. Whiteside staying alert, open man, makes the right basketball play.
Pass to Thompson. And stolen by Lillard. Jumps up. And Lillard throws it down.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
Most teams now are looking to play with pace. No better way to ignite the break than off a turnover.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
The Warriors have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Lillard against Curry. Puts it up. And too long on the shot.
Coming out of halftime, he wanted to start strong, yet the opposite happened.
Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
And it has them in a great spot to take the lead. They love to get a few stops now at the other end.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot clock at 6. Shoots it up. Good!
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're behind by 5. There's 10 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
They also need to get the best shot you can as quickly as you can, and then immediately foul.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
As we know, Steph's one of the game's most accurate shooters. He's part of the 50-40-90 club.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. So we see the Warriors get the win here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, everyone knows you do a lot of different things for this team, but what would you say your primary focus is?
Trying to just take responsibility of my defensive duties. From the point guard, force them into different situations, difficult shots. Being our first, line of defense as they're bringing the ball up, put pressure on them, and try to take them out the offense. That's a lot of great point guards in this league, so I got to be able to do that all year and try to get a good start to that this season.
That's what